I have been playing Zed for a really long time. Some other day I was thinking about how many games I actually have with him, and I was wondering why I never got bored of playing with him. I have tried many champions and sooner or later I would get bored of them. But there was this one champion that no matter how many games I played, it always felt fresh picking him up again. Zed was released in November 2012. Back then nobody knew how to play him exactly. He wasn't so popular like today and nobody really cared about him, also he wasn't so fun to play. His ultimate was a little bit different. He only spawned a shadow when he ulted behind the target, and that wasn't really that great. After some time and changes, more and more people started to play him, but he still wasn't so popular until one day that changed it all.
You have just Faker nightmares, you wake up in a cold sweat, you're like, Faker's behind me.
I know, right? I'm like, even though I only have a mat on the floor, I think he's in the bed. Oh, Faker maybe in trouble here. Deathmark tries to clean it up for Ryu. Oh, look at the cleanse, look at the moves! Faker, what was that?
Faker with a huge play, the QSS.
I can't believe I just saw
he
that.
actually won that duel.
I can't believe that happened.
Telecom.
Then, well, he did eventually, but not for a while.
So
let's
Ryu gets the drop onto Faker right there, gets him down to about a third health, and we see the death mark come down right there from Ryu, the immediate cleanse.
Oh.
Look at the shadow swap, so the QSS removes the death mark, and then at this point he gets enough damage with the flash afterwards to chunk him just enough. Ryu tries to come in, but there we go.
Back to the living shadow again.
Zed was considered a really good champion back then and was played a lot in competitive. I remember how much fun was it seeing all those pro players playing him and doing some great plays.
Into fights. Def just finishes Trinity Force. Dade's got his
shadow used.
Brutalizer. It's all about finding fights.
Deathmark going down, but is he going to be enough? Dade is going to be. Oh! Becky! Oh, the ignite! Not enough to finish off either. The burst just enough to get Peke the kill and survive. Or red was up.
Yeah, we'll get to see this 1v1 again. So the shadow goes down immediately. Dade sees him.
I think he canceled his auto attack there too.
Using
great ulti from Peke.
While Dade was in his own ultimate to avoid the second part of the damage, and then this flash, plus he landed his spell right as his Deathmark procced. Could not have timed it any differently.
Even though Zed is extremely fun to watch, sadly he isn't picked much in the competitive scene nowadays. The reason why is because he's difficult to play in high elo and you can counter him easily. A lot of mid lane champions are safer and overall a better pick. But I do believe that he's going to come back like in the old days and more players are going to play him in esports. For now we can be happy seeing him getting picked once or twice in the LEC.
The side of Origin, maybe a little bit more AD damage!
You got there.
I was just a little too late. I was like,
what an exciting
The thing about Zed is, you always have to think about what ultimates can potentially be stolen, and Alfari in this top lane matchup, you know, and I talked about how Alfari should have pressure. Ooh, hang on, we have the flash in.
Caps doesn't have the 6. So much damage. Caps is dead! Look at the moves! Look at the plays, Venius! What was that?
Zed isn't just fun to watch, but he is extremely fun to play. When I started to play League, I played a complete season before I found my main champion. I often used to pick a new champion to play, and after some time I got bored of it. A lot of the time I couldn't play them anymore because it felt repetitive. After I learned all the combos the champion used to offer and all the matchups, every game felt the same, so I moved to a different champion. But there is one champion that I started to play but never stopped playing him. When I first started to play Zed, I wasn't so great on him. He was a very difficult champion and that's what I really liked. It felt like every game was a challenge playing him. I played him every day and every day was a different experience. I started to learn some combos that you can do with him and I started to understand his weaknesses and strengths. After some time I decided to do my first Zed montage. I still wasn't really good on him, but that montage was extremely fun to make and a lot of people liked it. Because of that montage I am now here where I am and I'm really thankful for that. After I realized that so many different people also like playing Zed, and watching him, I started to be really passionate about him. I played him almost every day since this montage, and I still enjoy playing him to this day. The reason why I think that Zed is the best champion ever made is because he offers so many possibilities that you can do with him. Every game you can play him differently, and every game is another experience. Every fight you can do a different combo, and after you learn everything that you can do with him, it's really fun doing all those tricks. He brings a lot of possibilities that you can do with one single champion, and that's what I really like. Every matchup is a different story. With that, I mean that you need to play him differently in almost every game, which brings freshness to the game. Also, he is very difficult to master. You need to spend a lot of time and effort in one champion, but in the end, it's worth it. I would say that you need around 500k mastery points to master him fully, and I wouldn't say that for any other champion. This is why I think that Zed is the best champion ever made. I know that a lot of people think differently, and everyone has his own personal favorite champion, and that is the beauty of this game. You can pick any champion that suits you and only you from a choice of 140 different champions, and try to master him to his full potential. I think that every one of us has a favorite champion that they think that is the best champion ever made, and every one of us has a different story to tell. My name is Fiddlezahar, and this is my story. Thank you for watching.